My name is Pierre Ouellette. I am a nurse and an orthopedic technician. Today we will demonstrate how to use a fiberglass splint to immobilize a limb.
Pour immobiliser un membre.
I will perform my example today on the lovely Marie-André, and we will demonstrate how to make a leg brace to immobilize a foot or an ankle.
De jambe pour pouvoir immobiliser un pied ou une cheville.
So what we will demonstrate is how to install a 3M Scotch cast. So the first thing is to open it. Once it is open, we have approximately 15 minutes to install it without dampening
Pour
it.
l'appliquer,
This time frame is very much shortened once it is soaked.
si on le trempe,
So we take the measurement on the patient directly
puis on va le
and we cut it at the tip of the toes. In order not to hurt the child, we can cut a piece of the fiberglass here.
faire ici. Voilà, puis on rabat ça
And we fold it.
bien. Donc, la deuxième étape,
So the second step is to dampen it with lukewarm cold
de
water.
l'eau tiède, froide. Si on utilise
If we use warm water, the splint will tighten much faster.
donc, on met de l'eau
We quickly dampen it. As you can see, the water marks on the membrane indicate that it's wet enough. The idea is to have a little moisture in the membrane. Do not dampen the foam part because it will be in contact with the skin.
En mousse parce que c'est celle qui va être en contact avec la peau. On est mieux de juste
It is best to solely dampen the other side. We squeeze it thoroughly to remove excess water.
maximum d'eau. Étant donné qu'on a déjà activé le produit, on n'est pas
Seeing as we already activated the product, we do not need to do anything else. We can ask the patient to hold each side here, and we start rolling at the end of the foot.
quelque chose qui est assez important. Quand on roule un bandage élastique,
It is important to note that when rolling an elastic bandage, one must always start at the distal end and progress towards the heart in order not to provoke any circulatory issue within the veins and
les
arteries.
veines et les artères,
We can also roll halfway on the inferior row.
du rang inférieur,
It gives the bandage more stability.
une meilleure stabilité sur le pansement. Voilà. Une fois que c'est roulé,
Once it is rolled, we take the position we need. You could always add a little space behind the heel with your finger,
petit espace à l'arrière du talon où est-ce qu'il y a
where there are. Loosen your leg completely.
souvent
Where there are often pressure points, it is then more comfortable.
cet attelle-là
This specific splint with the foam is already comfortable as it is. As you could see, I didn't cut it here to fold the sides. There are lots of people who would do that. Personally, I find that the immobilization is more solid the way I did it.
solide faite de cette façon-là, d'avoir à couper puis à rabattre. J'ai déjà vu antérieurement
I once saw it done and explained by other technicians who folded this part and the tip after being immobilized with the elastic bandage had penetrated the skin.
immobilisé avec le bandage élastique, que la pointe était rentrée comme dans la peau. Et puis,
Since I saw that, I do not use the scissors to try and cut it to make it more aesthetically pleasing.
couper ça, puis de faire une immobilisation qui est un petit peu plus esthétique. L'esthétique est importante.
The aesthetic is important in a way, but the child's comfort matters the
Pas
most.
de blessure avec l'immobilisation, c'est encore plus important. Donc, de la façon dont on a
So the way we install it here, it is comfortable and immobilizes well. Once the immobilization is done and the elastic bandage is
le
installed,
bandage élastique est installé, il est nécessaire de vérifier
it is necessary to check the neurovascular state of the foot.
Du pied. Donc, on demande à l'enfant pour voir si
We ask the child if she feels her toes, all of them. Are you able to move them? Very well. They are warm, which is a normal temperature. They are not discolored. They are neither blue nor too white. Bluish and whitish are signs of a circulatory problem.
Donc, bleuté ou blanchâtre, c'est un signe qu'il y a un problème circulatoire. Ce qu'on va vous démontrer après midi,
What we will demonstrate now is the use of what we call a SAM splint. It is an aluminum immobilization which is covered with a comfortable foam.
Immobilisation d'aluminium, mais il y a de l'aluminium dans cette immobilisation-là qui est couvert d'un foam qui est confortable. Donc, la première
First,
chose, c'est
it is truly practical because it is really slim.
Deuxièmement,
Second, we could fold it as we wish without dampening it. It is an immobilization that we can easily carry in a purse. In short, it is unquestionably practical.
Donc, c'est une immobilisation qui est très pratique. Donc, tout ce que vous avez à faire quand vous avez une ou un patient qui a eu une fracture.
So all you have to do when you suspect that a patient has a fracture is to take the measurement.
Si naturellement on a un patient qui a une fracture, c'est certain que ça va être plus souffrant.
If the patient actually has a fracture, it will be painful for sure. But we do not even need to cut this one. All you do is you fold it and you mold it directly as best as you can on the
C'est
leg.
certain que ce type d'immobilisation-là ne sera pas aussi confortable.
Obviously, this kind of immobilization is not as comfortable as a real fiberglass or cast immobilization, but it will do the job when awaiting for a better
Le
immobilization.
travail en attendant d'avoir une meilleure immobilisation. Donc, on commence
We start like so.
comme vous voyez, étant donné
As you could see, as it is much more rigid than the other, we have a much easier time holding it. We do not need to ask the patient's help. We can easily hold it
facilement
ourselves.
la tenir nous-mêmes. Comme j'expliquais, on n'a même pas
Like I said, we do not even need to cut it. We could just double it like so and roll around with the elastic bandage. Here, that's it. It is not complicated, and it is rigid enough to support a leg or arm injury.
porter une blessure à une jambe ou à un bras. Naturellement,
Obviously, it is less comfortable. But Marie-André, do you find it uncomfortable at the moment, or is it all right?
actuellement où c'est correct,
You feel supported enough in it? Yes? Well, great. So, really easy to use, really lightweight, and really easy to carry in a purse.
c'est un
It is an immobilization to consider if we have to go out.
chose comme ça. Donc, il faut se dire que celle-là est
We have to acknowledge that it is a temporary solution. We cannot immobilize a limb for a long period of time with this type of
une
brace.
longue période avec ce type d'immobilisation-là. C'est vraiment
We use it when awaiting to see the doctor or the orthopedist.
donc une fois que notre bandage élastique
So once the elastic bandage is applied, we check the neurovascular signs.
donc on demande à la patiente dans un
So
premier temps,
first,
est-ce que tu
we
sens
ask the
tes
patient whether or not she feels her
Est-ce que tu
toes.
es capable de les
Yes.
bouger?
Now, are you able to move
Ils sont
them?
bien colorés.
They are not discolored, so neither blue nor white. They are warm to lukewarm, not cold. They are not swollen.
Froides. Ils ne sont pas enflés. Donc, nos
So our neurovascular signs are well checked at the moment.
actuellement.